Hey, what's going on, guys? I just want to do a quick video of the app function of the Box Wi-Fi dosing pump, as well as the air in the dosing lines that I have. I've been getting, I think, more questions about this doser than really anything combined as far as the channel goes. So here, Aqua Dosing. This is what comes up after you enter your password and sync up the doser. You just click on the doser, and right away what comes up is your set mils per day. You have, and you can rename. It comes as channel 1, 2, 3, and 4. You rename it. I have no pox, calcium, magnesium. If the calcium and magnesium dosage may seem different than yours, rest assured this keeps stable levels for me. Just did a test. I'm at 9.3 alkalinity, 440 calcium, and 1230 magnesium, which is right around where I want to be, and a stable. So to adjust your daily dosage, you click on that. You would just no pox, you click there, enables you to adjust it, confirm, you hear the beep, you want to sync it just because I notice the time sometimes goes off by a minute or two. And then there's also a manual function. If you're like, oh, my alkalinity is just too low, I want to give it a blast, you can kick it on. It'll ask for confirmation. I don't want to do that, so I'm not going to press confirm. However, as soon as you hit confirm, it'll start dosing alkalinity. The toggle switch will come on, and then you would just hit that again to turn it off. And as far as all the other options, there's an option here which I don't use. If you fill up your let's say no pox on channel 1, you put a fresh bottle in 500 mils, you can click in 500 mils. And then that way, as it gets lower, it'll let you know when you're getting low and maybe you need to fill it up. So if we go back, you see we have a timer. This is the important one you want to use, and no pox, alkalinity, calcium, magnesium, you see there on the top. This is just where you set when you want what to dose, basically. So no pox, I have it on at 6 a.m. and then again at 6 p.m. Because they say dosing it throughout the day is better than all at once. And you can see that calcium alkalinity I have more frequently because it's a higher dose. Calcium, magnesium, there's not much to dose, a couple times. The minutes is the minutes on the hour. So 0 will just be at 6 o'clock. As you see, magnesium, it says 30 minutes, so that means it'll do it at, well, it would be at 6:30 or whatever time I have that set to. Frequency, 0 is every day. Every other day you just type in 1. And however, I like to dose every day. So it's all set to 0, so everything's set every day. And then you'd put save confirm, sync, and you're all set. Advanced alarm for insufficient liquid, I don't use that. Turn into auto mode when you quit. I would definitely keep that on in case you have it set to manual and forget to set it back to auto. Calibrate. The big thing here is just make sure you know which channel you're calibrating for. In the past, I don't know, I was on channel 2 and I thought I was on channel 1, and every time you calibrate, you use the 10 mil one, the 1 mil is not very accurate. I was dosing no pox, so it was a rookie mistake. However, I must admit I haven't calibrated since I put the check valves in, so I'm sure it's off. But if I was to recalibrate, I would have to change my dosage as well. So my dosage is set to maintain stable levels even with water changes. So I'm gonna just leave it. Connect, that's when you first get it, and reset if you want to just reset the unit. And that's really all the app has. This is the screen, your main function, the one you'd use the most. You set it back to auto, there it is. You see 1354, 155. So I want to resync it, and then the minute comes back. And that's it for the app function. I just want to talk a little bit about the air lines, or air in the dosing lines, I should say. Let's just go in and have a look. I want to show you my dosing lines. Now, I couldn't find a magnetic holder with a 4-line, only a 3-line here in Canada, so in my sump they're just kind of hanging there. So as far as the line to my dosing head, no air bubbles, no air lines, all good on everything. BRS just did a video on the DIY dosing containers, and they said to drill a hole for air. That's something I'm going to do, because of course you keep sucking and sucking the air pressure, that may cause air to get sucked back into the lines when it's not being used. So that makes sense. I'll definitely just drill air holes. But then on the other side here, you can see, forgive the mess, but again, I couldn't find the line holders, so nor did I want to use some 3M in here. So they're just kind of hanging there. But all these tubes have air in the lines. And I know that's a huge concern for everyone, and it was for me, and I got check valves all over the place, still have air. So being that I only have them on this side and not the other, that leads me to believe that they're rather leaking, even with the check valve here, slow drip, or it's just the dosing pump heads. Oh, another thing I wanted to show you before I forget. See the black that comes out of the dosing pump heads? I believe that'd be from the motors. So that'll just fall down in there, so be careful. There's nothing, wherever you have your dosing pump, just be careful that that black stuff won't fall into anything you might have below you don't want it in. And I did have someone mention it happened to their Comer dosing pump too, as far as the air in the lines. So it happens even with the best. I know Comer just came out with a new model, which actually looks exactly like this one, so probably will happen. What I may do, just as a test, is put that other style of check valve I bought on the very ends of the dosing line, right there, just to see. Because if that doesn't keep the air out, I don't know what will. Because all the connections are tight. I have rubber seals going into these bottles. However, I'll be drilling a hole for the air. But what I noticed is with my dosage, I'm still getting the dose I need because my alkalinity, calcium, magnesium are stable. So just don't get caught up with worrying too much about the air in the lines if your levels are being maintained. If not, it's a more serious problem. And you might want to just redo all the tubing with some good quality check valves. I did a video on check valves, you can check it out if you want. And that's really it for this video. I also mentioned I may have gotten another dosing pump for the Red Sea coral colors, but I've since stopped dosing the Red Sea energy and the colors, so definitely not getting another pump. Even if I did, the dose is so low that wouldn't make sense for me to get another dosing pump. So this one, even with the air in the line, is keeping my levels stable. I did test the water with a fresh mix with my Instant Ocean reef crystals, so I know what will spike and what won't as far as when I do a water change. And then of course I don't test my water in the tank right after a change, or else it'll be a little off. I wait a day or two just so it can level out. That's really it for this video, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Until next time.